Here, we're good.
Alrighty then. Alright, welcome to another episode of First Reaction Fan Reaction. I'm your host, Dara Whitman, and here with me is my co-host,
Cailin. Clothing.
How are you?
You know, I'm hanging in there.
The sun is getting low.
Sun's getting real low.
And yeah, I don't know.
That's it.
What else is there?
Yep, here we are.
We're midway through season 5 of Orphan Black.
Oh, man.
We're almost done. I'm almost losing the power, guys. I'm very sad.
Yeah, you've had it for a while now.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, because this is only like either slightly longer than Legend of Korra, or actually it might even be shorter.
It's episode number, it's shorter, but episodes are longer. So it took us a while to get there.
It took us a while to get there, and then also summer kind of ruined everything.
Yeah, what's up with summer? It was a good summer, but we just didn't see each other.
It was a good summer. We just didn't get a chance to see each other or record.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Life.
All right.
Anyway, so today we're talking about season 5, episode 5, E's for Idol Millionaires, and episode 6, Manacled Slimress. Whatever. So let's start. We're going to start off with Sarah, because important stuff happens, but it's not like the main crux.
Right.
But she's mainly hanging out with Kira. And Sarah's kind of setting up that they're going to be more open with Kira about what's going on.
Right.
And, like, let her help out. And, like, Kira wants to be a hustler now, like her mother.
She's stepping into the family business.
Yeah, and they're starting... It's, like, actually a cute thing. They're kind of making up, like, sort of, like... It sounds like they're making up sort of... Like, they're making up, like, code names to everybody.
Yeah.
And, like, setting up some kind of, like, weird, like, story or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's nice.
Yeah, what's up with that?
What's up with it? It's nice. We want to get...
nice, okay.
Kira's smart.
Yes.
And she's sick of being, like, not... Sick of everybody lying to her and, like, not telling her stuff. She wants to know stuff.
That's fair.
Yes. And that actually... Well, okay, so there's, like, the ending bit with Delphine shows up before she goes to Geneva to meet up with Adele and Felix. We'll get to that.
Mm-hmm.
And talks about they're doing something with Kira, and that's going to happen soon, so maybe keep Kira away.
Yeah.
Probably could just go into Cosima, honestly, because she's kind of like the main crux of all this.
Yeah. All right.
And like other stuff happens, but it's kind of like mainly through Cosima.
Right.
So Cosima's still in the house. She's playing with that tooth that Charlotte found and trying to find some genome stuff.
Yeah.
And it's all science-y.
Yeah.
That I totally understand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. And Delphine's back, and we first see her going up to the house with Rachel, and then Rachel and Westmoreland are talking, and, I probably forgot to bring this up. So while she's, like, doing the teeth thing, and she's finding out the genome, it says, like, the same thing about it being genetically restricted.
Yeah.
And then there's a flashback with her and Delphine, basically, and Delphine saying like, she'll protect them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cute, and that, like, they may, like, because she's technically property, but Delphine's, like, they might, like, own your body, but they don't own, like, you.
Right, exactly.
And then it's, some crazy science happens.
Science. They make beautiful science.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful science.
We hear that the monster's in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
And as we know, it's not a monster, it's just a genetically modified guy.
Yeah, just a guy who's been through some bad stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Been through some bad experiments.
Yes. And it's not a bear, as Mud keeps saying.
Mm-hmm.
And the village goes on lockdown, and they're trying to send a force out to, like, find him, and Mud has to go. And then, because, like, she can calm him down, but he wasn't always so vicious.
Mm-hmm.
And he even had his own room in the house. But then they did more experiments on him, and they left him locked up downstairs, and Mud's the one who let him out because she just couldn't take it.
Right, because it was really cruel.
Because she's a fucking human,
Yeah.
Westmoreland.
Yeah, unlike some people.
Westmoreland's such a dick.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like? You feeling stuff about him?
He's just a dick.
Yeah.
Big old
Eugenics,
jerk.
patriarchy.
Yeah. That's fun. Just big old jerk face.
Yes.
Big old jerk face.
But I'm trying to find, because we need to talk about this. So Cosima's focusing on, was focusing on, like, Aisha, the little girl with cancer, and her experimentation, and as we learned, she was getting better. Like, her tumor shrunk a lot.
Right.
But, so we learned the experiments are manipulating They're manipulating. There's like a Jean and Aisha, and then the Man in the Woods, which is Lynn 28A.
Mm-hmm.
And which is also, that's kind of the fountain is like the Jean and Lynn 28A, and Delphine's kind of like telling her to like push back, like they know you're looking into this, you need to like push back.
Yeah, like stay low, stop getting yourself in trouble.
But so Delphine was invited to a dinner party, and Cosima says like, this is your fountain, isn't it? I want it on this dinner party.
Right.
And the messenger's like, all right, but you two are not dressed properly. You need to get dressed. And you were concerned.
It was just interesting. It was funny because it's like
old timey dresses.
Yeah. Everyone's got to dress like super old fashioned, like.
And you were like, is this some weird fetish thing?
It's a weird fetish thing. The end of the second episode confirms my theory that this is all a weird fetish thing.
What's the fetish part?
He's just into it.
No, but he's trying to prolong his life. Like, we established that.
No, he has a fetish for, like Victorian era stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He's, like, super into it.
Oh, yeah,
He has a weird Victorian fetish.
And, but Cosima is not playing along because she wears a tux.
She wears a tux.
And she looks really good.
Looking good.
Yeah. And then we get this whole dinner party thing, which was fun.
Mm-hmm.
So the dinner party is Westmore, Cosima, Delphine, Susan, Ira, and then later Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good old time. And actually, Ira tells Cosima, like, hey, like, your people wish you well, blah, blah, blah. So I think we can establish that, like, Ira's more he's on Susan's side.
Yeah.
So wherever she goes.
Yeah, wherever she goes, he follows.
And Cosima's, like, saying, like, stuff that she knows, which includes that they've isolated a gene mutation in Kira.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lin 28A, like, I get that's, like, your specially fountain of the youth gene, which was in Kira, which is why she can heal really fast.
Right.
And they actually, like, got it out of the one guy. Mm-hmm. This is the bear man guy.
Yeah.
Man, bear, pig.
Man, bear, pig, yep.
Do you know what that is?
I've heard that before.
Man, bear, pig, South Park.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I forgot if you ever watched South Park.
I don't.
That would take like for a show forever to do, but I'd be willing to like.
I really do not want to do South Park.
Why? It's funny.
Just no.
It's a good show.
Okay.
I was just saying, like, if somebody wants us to do South Park, we're not going to do the whole show because it would take forever, like The Simpsons would.
Oh yeah. Oh.
But just like if you want to, like, if there's like specific episodes you want Cailin to watch, I would do it.
Oh, okay.
That's so funny. Anyway. We keep ranting on about other shows.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what First Reaction, Favorite Reaction is all about. Not talking about the show that we're supposed to be talking about.
Well, so they got it out of that guy, and then Susan actually, when they had the Lin 28A gene, they put it into the Lita clones to like figure out the healing thing, and it didn't actually work with them, but it went down to the second generation.
Right.
So that's why Kira's like that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's other stuff going on. We also talk a bit about Cosima's family.
Mm-hmm.
And, which is interesting, because I don't know if you, noticed this, but, we never actually talked that much about Cosima's family. Actually, I think it's the first time.
Yeah, it may have been, like, vaguely mentioned maybe at one point in the past, but, like, yeah, we never actually talk about, like, her parents and stuff. Like, what her situation
I think, I was, like, when I was watching this, I'm like, oh, like, they've never actually been brought up, have they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but it was interesting that what we learned about them, basically, like, they don't really know anything that's going on. Mm-hmm. They still think that Cosima's in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
And like studying, and you were concerned, saying like, and like she said, like she hasn't talked to them in a couple months, and you were like, what were you thinking, like when she was starting to tell the story
about like starting to talk about her parents? You're like,
yeah,
oh, she's really dead. It's always like, oh, this is gonna get tragic, isn't it?
But then she said, like, I haven't talked to them in a couple months, and it sounded like you were concerned.
No, not really. I was just like, oh, what's that about? But no, I was just concerned because like a lot of stuff has gone down. You haven't talked to your parents, like one of those things. But yeah, no. But it's cool. They're science people. And
they're professors, and they live on a boat, so they're hard to get hold of. But and they love Cosima, and they love each other, and it's just the kind of thing where Cosima doesn't want to break that.
Right. Exactly.
So that happens. Anyway, dinner gets interrupted by a monster guy coming through. Can we? I forget his name because I kind of want to start calling him by that because I feel bad calling him Monster Man because he's nice.
He's nice. Oh,
Giannis, I think.
Giannis. Yeah, that's it.
Hold on. Yeah, Giannis. And he is like gets in the village and gets in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And we've learned like some of his story that they found him in a Latvian orphanage, and he was the first one with the subject and was his biggest regret. Because like they kept experimenting on him because that's not a good thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get to the sad parts.
Yeah, like the fun parts.
So the monster's back in the woods, or back in the cage because he just wanted to come home, and like you feel bad because like you see him and he's just like he's like a grown man, but he's like a scared little kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you're like, what were your feelings on that, or like, ideas?
He like reminded me of what's the guy's the Goonies.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know. I'm like, wait, hold on, I'm looking this up.
Okay, you can look it up. I don't know why I kept thinking like Quasimodo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
No, it's definitely the guy from the Goonies.
No, I know you're more correct, but I don't remember his name, and people are gonna hate us because we're not good nerds. Was it One-Eyed Willie? No, was it One-Eyed Willie? No, that was the name of the pirate.
No, Sloth.
I've only seen the Goonies once.
Really?
And it was like almost 10 years ago.
Huh.
I literally saw like a late night it was like literally at summer camp, and it was raining, and we needed like a late night thing. And we were, like, the older kids at the time, so instead of, like, having to do stuff, they were just, like, going to the mess hall, and then they just, like, projected the Goonies.
Nice. The Goonies is good. It's classic.
No, it's a good movie. I just haven't seen it.
No, he's Sloth from the Goonies. Like, that's his whole thing. Aww. Like, lives in a cage, is treated very poorly, is very strong, but he's really, all he is scared.
And Westmoreland's down there, like, watching him, and then Cosima comes down, calls him out on all of his bullshit.
Yeah, calls him out.
That, like, he's just, like, all of this is just for, like, a fountain of youth because he's dying.
Uh-huh.
And that kind of thing. Also, they, and that he's not actually, he's probably, like, in the 170 things bullshit.
Yeah.
And also, we actually learned some Susan, I forgot to bring this up, the plan for Kira, which is very important.
Yes.
What they want to do is, because they think that they want to, like, test see if the genome's in, like, still in Kira, so they're gonna,
and see if it's, like, a hereditary thing.
So they're gonna take out 1,300 of her eggs, harvest her eggs.
That little baby, she's alright, she's just a little baby.
And put them into, as of now, 1,300 surrogates.
That's messed up.
It's so messed up, and they need to do hormones on Kira, who, as we still remember, is 8.
8 years old.
8. She could go through puberty, really. Like, she could go through puberty, like, at 8.
Yeah, that's so messed up.
That's not bad. Oh, no, I just thought about this. Like, I mean, like, I thought, like, this could happen, because I know where the show ends. But, like, what if they did the thing where they did hormones, and then she started puberty or facts, and like, why don't we just get her pregnant when she's, like, 10?
No.
Why do we need to abuse children for science?
Let's not abuse children for science.
Yeah.
Stop abusing children for science.
Yeah. Only abuse child molesters for science. Can we do that?
I don't know.
Can we? Guys, scientists out there, can we just, like, that's what we do with child molesters now?
Man. Just experiment on them?
Yeah.
It's dark.
I mean...
Some dark shit.
I mean, like, I get that they're human, but, like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think of what we could learn from Jared Fogle.
Oh my god. All right. Anyway, but happy times.
Anyway, oops. Yeah, it's getting tiring. It's only like 6:30.
All right. Yeah. Let's keep going.
All right. So this is like a really sad thing. So like Westmoreland is like seems calling him out, and Westmoreland's like, okay, well then you do the ethical thing. Here's a gun. Kill him. Kill Giannis.
Yeah.
And you're just like, Giannis is so scared. And then, like, the fact of the matter is that, like, with, like, obviously, like, Casina and Susan are kind of the same in the fact that, like, yeah, they don't, like, they do experiments, but, like, they don't want to, I mean, Susan really doesn't mind doing it on children, but, like, they have morals, and they're not going to murder somebody.
Right.
So, Casina's like, no. And she says, you gave me a life. I know you can take it away, but you can't take away my humanity. Mm-hmm. And we're like, yeah.
Yeah, tell him.
But then PT takes the gun and kills Giannis. So Giannis, R.I.P.
It was weird that, like, because he just, like, has the gun and then goes, just, like, puts it down somewhere and then comes back. I was like, oh, I would just, like, have kept that gun on me because, like, I don't trust anyone here.
I thought Casima put it down.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, but then...
She put it down somewhere and then, like...
Westmoreland grabbed it.
Yeah, she just, like, she just puts it down, like, walks up to go help him. And I'm like... You don't think that guy's just gonna walk over there and grab that gun again?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like, I would have just kept the thing on me. If less, like, maybe, like, emptied it out and like threw the bullets somewhere, so like it becomes unusable. But really, you just was like, hold on, I'm just gonna like put this gun over here where anyone can go get it and then go. I'm like, that's a little silly.
But then he locks Cosima in the cage.
Yeah.
With the body.
Yep.
Gross.
Yep. Nasty.
So I think this is like more like this was like the Cosima centric episode, and I'm like wondering if you're getting a theme that like maybe we're gonna be like getting episodes like concluding clone storylines. I don't know if Cosima's was like I think like character arc wise it was like concluded because it was like also the bit where she's talking because Delphine's about to leave, and then Delphine kind of like tells her like the stuff that like she's doing with Felix and Adele.
Yeah.
And
she's going to Switzerland.
Yes. I kept forgetting that Geneva was in Switzerland. For some reason I kept thinking Germany.
No. Nope, Switzerland.
Yeah. And they kind of have like a nice moment together because like right now with like their relationship is kind of like what's going on. Mm-hmm. And that Delphine said, like, look, I said, like, when you found out you were sick, I said I would protect you. And I think Cosima said this thing, like, I will keep, like, defying people, and you'll just keep, like, doing, like, the stuff and not telling me.
Yeah.
And it's, like, you can either, like, we can, like, do that and accept it and, like, stay together because we love each other. And Delphine, like, wants to defy them at this point. So they get together and they kiss, and I think Kofine's back on. Hooray!
Yay! What a roller coaster this relationship
Are you happy with the fact that like kind of like the most like roller coaster, like I know like we have other like romance like like Donnie and Allison, but they've kind of always been like fairly steady.
Yeah.
And like Sarah's had a couple guys, but they haven't really lasted very long. Mm-hmm. But are you happy that like kind of like the main like won't they romance is a lesbian couple?
It's more like, well, it's funny because like I'm happy with like all like the amount of focus that is on it, but like sometimes it's like, oh, you guys are being stupid, stop being stupid. That's like with any like
you mean like with like people,
yeah, like with regular
so it's
people.
realistic and you're okay with that. Yeah, well, I think it's like nice that like it's not like treated as like this like overly like not progressive but like weird. I'm trying to think. It's not like it's treated as like a normal relationship,
right?
And, like, with
it's not treated as like a perfect faultless thing because it's still a relationship, and to portray it realistically, it has to have those.
So
kind of
like,
up and down
I think this might have been like the first time in a while when it comes to, like shows I've seen like they don't treat like gay stuff as either like super perfect or like magical or whatever. It's just like no, it's normal, guys.
Okay, yeah.
But I like that. I think that like.
That's good.
That's the way to make it like okay with people that he make it as normal as possible.
Right.
This is my TED Talk.
And thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yay! All right, so that's this episode. What'd you think?
Oh man, that went fast.
It did.
It was good though.
It was.
It was a good episode.
Some bad stuff happened.
Yeah, It was a shame to see the whatever his name, Sloth.
Giannis.
It was a shame to see him kind of like disposed of like that, but that was a bummer. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, I was digging it. Also just digging ladies in tuxes. Just, it was nice. It was a good time. It was a good old time. So yeah, good episode.
Yes. All right. Do you want to talk about the next one?
Let's talk about that next guy.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break and then we'll talk about season 5, episode 6, Manacled Slimmerous. I'm saying that wrong. I know. It's fine. We're back. You ready to talk about this one?
Yeah.
All right, just to get this out of the way, Crystal's back.
Crystal's back. That makes this episode so good.
I remember kept saying, like, God, no, Cailin, don't worry. That was going to be nice and fun. Like, what can go wrong? This is going to be a super fun time. And you were just like, I don't believe you.
Afraid. I was so afraid. Listen,
I know this wasn't like 100% super fun times.
You've led me astray before.
But the second Crystal shows up in like this really dumb video with like her buddy. Mm-hmm. And I was mad because they got like 50,000 subscribers, and we're just like,
we're sitting here at like our little number that hopefully is higher now when this is airing than when we're recording. But I know they're like 50,000 subscribers. I'm like, oh, what? Like it's easy.
Well, they are doing makeup.
That's true. Oh yeah, beauty channels.
I know
that's the place to be.
It is, but I'm not good at makeup.
No, I don't wear makeup.
I wear makeup. I'm just not good at it.
I don't wear makeup at all. I don't own makeup. Fun fact.
Do you know? I thought, but like when we've gone to like conventions, they don't wear makeup.
No.
Oh.
I don't. I literally do not own makeup.
Oh. I'd be interested to see you like with like like natural makeup, not like going crazy, just because like like I didn't realize it till like I got a bit older and like wore some makeup as like time went on. But like I do kind of like the like I don't wear a ton of makeup. Like right now I'm not really wearing much. Yeah. But, like, I like the way that either, like, hides some flaws or just, like, extenuates, like, that I've got nice eyes or, like, my nice lips. So, like, I do kind of like the way the makeup, like, I like makeup.
No, makeup is good. I've just, like, never gotten into it. I think because the only ever makeup I've ever worn was, like, stage makeup. Yeah. And so now I'm like, that's the only makeup I know how to apply, which is very different than normal makeup. So then I'm like, oh, God, I don't even know how to wear normal makeup. But I just don't wear makeup anyway. Fun fact.
So, anyway, so Chris, and she's with her roommate, Bree, and they do, like, I gotta do this, I'm sorry.
Oh, do it. Go for it.
They've got a popular teaches. They're trying to. It's like mainly like a beauty blog kind of thing, and then they're also trying to bring down like big cosmetics because like they keep testing on people, and guys, it's just like not right. And it's also like fall time, guys. So like pumpkin spice lattes are back, and oh my god,
that was really good.
I actually had a pumpkin spice is just so good.
Oh my god, I just really love pumpkin spice. I can't even do it. I can't even do Valiga. I can, but
because I'm more like clearly I'm more basic than you. Yeah, it's fine.
You're a little basic, but I love you though.
I am a little bit. Well,
I love you and your basicness.
One of us has to be basic, right? I don't know what else is basic to me besides the fact that I like pumpkin spice lattes, and I sometimes get gel manicures and pedicures. Wow, have you ever gotten a mani-pedi?
Basic, I have.
Yeah. Okay, they're nice.
They're nice sometimes, but I don't really liked having my nails painted that much. I don't like having my fingernails painted. Like I'm more. I don't know. Like because I think it like chips and I just kind of play with my nails too much.
See, that's why you get gel because it actually like I've had gel and it lasts like really good for about like 2 weeks. Although granted, it's harder for it to come off. Yeah. But right now I've got like this like clearer color on because I was going for a job interview and I if I'm gonna get my nails polished, if I'm gonna get my nails polished, it's gonna be like a nice like bold color. Right. Whatever number episode this is, the basic one.
This has been the basic hour.
There's literally a bit in this whole vlog thing that's like literally my nightmare because they're trying to like say how you can like use party straws as like a hair curler. Yeah. And then they start taking it out and then like Bree's hair starts falling out.
Her hair just falls out.
Oh my god, that's like my nightmare.
Oh no. It was like, it just says whoop and it's like, oh, it was all that hair, and she had a lot of hair too.
It's like that. It's like that one clip from. It's like that one thing from. Did you ever watch the movie Little Women? No. Okay, there's a bit in that where Joe is like curling Meg's hair, and she's like the way they did it back in those days. They would just like heat up like a rod, and you just like curl it, right. But she leaves it in too long, so the hair comes out.
Oh, honey.
And I'm just like nightmare. So that happens, and then they go to Art and Scott, and they're just like freaking out about this, and they're like, we need help because like obviously they're like bringing like it's these cosmetic people and they know what we're doing and they're trying to poison us.
They poison
That's
us.
What they think. It's poison.
They think it's poison. It's so good.
But here's the biggest problem because like we established like through Sarah and Mrs. S, they're trying to figure out the corporation stuff. Crystal's right.
She is.
She's fucking right.
It's so funny. Like she accidentally is like right about stuff. She's never like she's always like goes about it the wrong way, but then she just ends up being right about things.
Also, she calls Sarah the Australian girl. I don't think
the Australian girl.
I can't do that accent either. I can be like, "Good day, mate," which is funny. No, perfect. I can't do an Australian accent.
I can't. I don't want to attempt it.
I love how Sarah's like, "Did Crystal just fall ass backwards into something big again?"
Yeah, I love that.
Looks like it.
Looks like it.
So, and so they were wondering why is Neolution getting into a cosmetics thing,
right? But it's a $700 billion industry.
Yes.
What up?
And it's kind of mainly. I'm trying to think who else. We'll talk. Do you want to talk about like the sadder stuff? Kind of comes in near the end, so we'll talk about the sad stuff second. But like, do you want to be happy first and talk about Crystal?
Yeah,
and her adventures.
Let's be happy for a second. Let's pretend that everything is okay.
All right. So, before we get more into the Crystal thing, we should mention that Kira's staying home sick from Dyad because she throws up a bunch, especially on Mr. Frontice's shoes.
Yeah, it's nasty.
They gave her some Ipecac.
Yeah,
I never had that, and I don't plan on ever.
No, that doesn't look like something that I would want.
Unless, like, I think I might. It might be that thing where, like, if somebody's willing to pay me like $2 million to just drink some Ipecac, I do it.
I would not.
$2 million?
No.
How much would you do it for?
None.
What if somebody said they'd pay for your housing and food for the rest of your life?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I would do it.
Yeah.
No, I don't have to worry about housing or like the cost of food for the rest of my life. Hell yeah. I guess I'm cheaper than you.
Yep.
Oh, that's not really that cheap. Anyway. So, because basically it's from what Delphine said, so they're trying to keep Kira out. of it, and as we know what they're doing, let's keep Kira out as fast as possible. Anyway, back to Crystal. So the plan is that they need to call this guy. Who I don't remember his name. Len? Okay, Len.
Oh, yeah. It seems like Len. Benjamin.
Len. It's Len, but I don't remember his last name, so that kind of sucks.
Something. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. But that was it. Like, she met him at they met him at a party. So Crystal met him at a party. She's access to this guy. So Sarah's like, okay, well, let's get information of him. So I'm going to pretend to be Crystal and go up to her apartment and, like, see if we can do something with him and see what happens there. So that's the plan. Solid plan. Very solid plan.
Right.
Let's see. Leonard Sip is his name.
Leonard Sip.
So that happens, and they tell Crystal the plan, and Crystal's like, no, I want to be involved. And they're just like, ugh. And then, what was it? Like, and Bree starts kind of like flirting with Scott in order to like distract him, and I'm just like, oh, poor Scott. Especially with like that one thing, because they talked about how Crystal gave Len his number, and then they were like talking a bit about stuff, and then the second like something came up about like the beauty blog thing, he like ghosted her, and Scott's like, yeah, I know that feeling. And I'm like, oh, baby. So that kind of sucks. So Crystal gets out and she's like, no, I'm gonna do this. And like that kind of like I'm gonna seduce him and get the information out that I need.
She goes rogue.
And Crystal's like, and Sarah's like, no, but we're here. Like, we'll do it. And Crystal's like, no, I can do this. Like, blah blah blah. And I've already got like surveillance equipment. They're like, what? And she's got surveillance. She's got
like a surveillance kit.
She's got an earpiece.
She's got this.
She's got this.
She's got like a whole thing set up.
Yes, and it's great. And so we're just like, and they're just like, they can't really do anything. So it's like, okay. And then Len shows up, and we meet him, and he's got an impeccable beard.
He's got a very solid beard. It's very nice.
And that's the way to bring up something. So the actor is Tom Cullen.
Okay.
Who is mainly in British stuff. Like, right now he's on the show Nightfall, which is, I think, History Network.
Okay.
And then he was on The Downton. And he was in an episode of Black Mirror. Actually, I think the first episode of Black Mirror that I ever saw, he was in.
Okay.
But I know how we got this part, because he is actually Tatiana Maslany's IRL boyfriend.
Really?
Yes.
Fun fact.
Yes. So, like, if you think about all the goofy stuff he had to go through.
That's
like,
funny.
All right, babe.
That's funny.
It's like, hey, I'll put you on my show. I'm going to put you with the ditzy one. So good for Tatiana. She's got a man with a very nice beard.
Yeah, really. Good choice in beards.
And he was good, too. I liked him.
Yeah, he was fine.
I forget the thing, because I saw her in an interview where they were like saying how they met, because they met on this miniseries, like The World Without End, which is like a sequel to another miniseries.
Okay.
I think he was like I think she said like, we didn't actually have any scenes together because he was like a knight or something and I was a lesbian nun. So that's how they met.
Nice.
Good times.
Good times.
So this whole thing happens, and it's just kind of like this like goofy thing of like either like they're doing each other or like that kind of thing, and then Crystal kind of blurts out like, I know you got bought up by diet, or like that kind of deal, and he's just like, And then basically knowing that like he was just playing her because he's kind of a dick.
Yeah. Dick.
You okay?
I'm good.
All right. Meanwhile, what's going on? Scott and Bree are talking, and I think Bree's kind of into Scott.
She's like kind of into him. She's like, I've been like weirdly into nerd guys. I was like, weirdly? It was funny.
It's not weird to be into Scott, guys.
No.
Because like he's like my perfect guy, isn't he? He's my perfect guy.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, but Bree kind of admits that she's a bit of a klepto.
Yeah.
And that she sold some of like products from like this party that they were at, which Len was at, or like Len's company was going through. So they experiment on it. I think they originally say that it's like some kind of allergic reaction.
Yeah.
But Scott does an experiment on it and then calls Sarah while Crystal's kind of freaking out a bit about this whole thing. And then and the cream that they sold was like a prototype or experimental.
Yeah.
And that's why her hair fell out. And Crystal gets this information and decides to just like be like wants to get the information and kind of is just like burying like attacks Len.
Right. Yeah, which is funny.
And basically he admits like there's like a genome thing in the cosmetics, so that's they're using like the genome thing to get to people's faces through that.
Right.
Which is that how that can that work?
I don't really know much about the science, but sure.
Yeah, and then she just smears it all over his face. Which, like, no, I think I was like, that's, like, I didn't actually, I'll say this, like, I didn't realize that, because I knew that Tatiana Maslany was dating Tom Cullen.
Yeah.
Because, like, especially, like, I think they were in a movie together not recently, it's like, on Amazon, where they, like, play a couple, and he's, like, upset, it's, like, they're, like, both, like, two damaged people, and they fall in love, and blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
But it's, like, I heard it's a good
Nice.
movie, and I think they're gonna be, they're not in another, he's directing a movie with her in it.
Okay.
So they, like, do stuff together, and they like doing stuff together, and they
Cool.
had, like, this one interview on E, which I can show you later, because it's adorable. But just like that kind of scene where you just have to like be like smear, like, hey honey, I'm gonna smear all this crap all over your beard.
That's so good.
God, I kind of like it when, like, if they're like not a super public couple and they just like do stuff together. It's kind of adorable.
I know, I love it.
But I didn't know that like, I knew that they were dating, but I didn't know he was in this episode until like I saw bloopers, and I'm like, wait, he wasn't. I'm like, why come he wasn't ever in an episode? And I'm like, oh, he was.
Yeah.
So that's
It was
fine.
just that minor role.
Well, I mean, like, what I guess, like, it's like a thing you don't work together like, all the time.
Right, exactly. Yeah, no, that's bad too.
So that happens, and that's kind of the end of Crystal's thing for right now, which is, you know, you're happy.
Yeah, it was cool that she came back for a little bit.
Hey, want to get into that stuff?
Oh boy, howdy do I.
I was supposed to say no, and it's like, too bad.
Oh.
So Casima's still stuck in the cage, and Mud's got a bell around her neck, which either is like self-punishment.
That's so sad. Yeah, she said she's doing it, you know, she did it to herself.
We learned a
It's
lot
so
about Mud this episode, too. It's just
Yeah.
like, we learned she's from Seattle,
Yeah.
nobody cares about her.
Well, because she's a junkie.
But I was going to say that later. But
Oh,
okay.
sorry.
Yeah, she was like a junkie, and like she OD'd, and she was vegetated for like 6 months, and then, you know, Westmoreland brought her back.
Yeah. Oh.
And
Wow, Gail.
Casima wants to get out because she wants to like warn her family about like what they actually plan to do with Kira.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Delphine even like 100% knows.
Mm-hmm.
Says that. Oh, I didn't realize this. So Susan actually calls him like Westmoreland John at one point, which is probably his real name.
Oh, I missed that part.
Me too. Sorry,
Oh.
guys.
Sorry, we missed it.
And then Virginia Cody's back, and they're all together. Hooray!
Yay, the whole gang's back
I
together.
hope nothing bad happens.
Yep. Nope.
And it's like she's not any illusion; she's a maniac. Which, like, honestly, like seeing everything that Cody's like done from like season 3, and like seeing now, like she is crazy.
She's a maniac, yeah, because she's all like...
Well, she's probably fits more with like Westmoreland's like logic, because like she's willing to go that far and like like screw people. Like, is it psychopath or sociopath? That's like doesn't really care that much about people.
We always have this conversation.
I know, and I keep forgetting.
We always forget.
Because I know, like, I say psychopaths are like killers, and then I've heard people say that's actually not correct.
Mm-hmm.
So
I cannot keep track. But
either.
But yeah.
Whichever one is like more likely to like not want to deal with people, it's that one.
Yeah.
Because I just don't want to get it wrong.
Yeah, well, Westmoreland's like a eugenicist, and like Cody was like, I like the idea that we just like sterilize people. I think that's fun.
Well, that's good. How to like get rid of what's the name? It's like good for war.
Yeah, but that like so like their ideologies kind of like go hand in hand.
Man, is eugenics nice to women? I don't really read much into it.
Depends what kind of woman you are.
The one who can breed. Are they nice to them?
Sure.
Because they can breed, and that's it.
That's way too vague, though. That's like
I'm saying, like, it's like the only thing, like, if you have eugenics, is the only thing that's like the only thing you see a woman being able to do is just like pop out babies.
I don't really think that's like a big thing. It's more of like, well, like, what race are you? Like, how healthy are you? How's this? How's that?
Okay.
And then if you're like top of the line, then it's like, okay, can you breed? Okay, now you're good.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that happens. And, I forgot to mention this before. So, Ira's glitching.
Oh, he's glitching.
It happens in the last episode after, so, like, Susan asked him the question about, like, what color was the roof and, like, that kind of thing. And he's like, I'm not glitching. And then...
He glitches.
Well, like, he doesn't glitch then. It's, like, in the last episode 4 when Casima's, like, trying to get out.
Yeah.
He glitches. And we're just like, oh, no.
Yep.
Ira doesn't deserve this, guys.
No, he doesn't. All he wants to do is fuck his mother.
Oh, but they're kind of cute.
Yeah.
He cares.
He cares.
He cares a lot.
He certainly cares.
He's just like a naive little kid. Anyway, But Ira wants to meet Cody and like maybe see if he can like persuade her and stuff. So then they talk in like this room where this kid's getting blood drawn from him, and it's like a lot of blood.
Yeah, it's like, it's a pretty decent amount of blood for a small child.
Yeah, that's concerning. Mm-hmm. And they talk, and Cody's kind of like trying to figure out like what Ira knows, and like that they took him away. I don't like why did they take him away? Just like to test it? I don't know.
What?
Ira?
Yeah. I think, I don't know. I don't think they said. I think it just sounded like Susan just wanted to cast her Cailin.
All right, whatever. Anyway, but then Cody says like she's close to a cure, which she wasn't at all.
Right. She's just trying to get him on her side.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
And but we do learn that through, and like they bring up that of PT more like they have a lot of child blood, and the reason they're using it is to extend Westmoreland's life by doing parabiosis,
right?
And so they're using children's blood to make him younger,
which is messed up.
So messed up.
It's messed up. That's the same thing as like when you get to the weird section of YouTube and like there's videos trying to convince you that the Kardashians bathe in the blood of youths.
Wait, they don't?
Well, according to YouTube, they do, and I found myself there one day, and I was very scared. I don't know how I got there.
Why did you get there? How did
I don't know how I got there, but I just ended up there, and I tried to get out very quickly, and I did. The end.
Well, I don't even know how you got there. Like, were you on like a conspiracy run?
I have
because like I've done
no
that,
idea.
But then like the voices just kind of creep me out, and they just don't sound right, so I don't listen to them.
Yeah. It was messed up. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it.
It's like my theory that cats are brainwashing us.
Yeah, cat. My cat who is hanging around us.
Anyway, so then we also, if you remember, Westmoreland had a dialysis machine. Mm-hmm. And they think there's a way to stop him. Mm-hmm. And also, people are kind of getting upset on the island. Like there's like an unrest on the island.
Yeah.
And Aisha dies. Which sucks.
Which is sad.
Well, I think they were explaining that like they weren't actually like curing her cancer; they were just like manipulating it. So I don't actually think it worked.
Right.
So she just dies, and so the people in the island are getting pissed. Mm-hmm. And so, they get Cosima. Well, they want to like stop her once and for all and like take a stand. Mm-hmm. So they're trying to get out, and they're gonna basically try to kill Westmoreland, or Susan is at least, and with Mud's help. Mm-hmm. That's what we learned. Like she's a junkie, and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And so they like inject his IV. Ira gets Cosima out, but he's like super glitching, which is
he's getting worse.
He's done for it.
He's done.
And they're gonna get everybody, and then they're gonna get Susan and go to the boathouse with Charlotte. They gotta get Charlotte too. Mm-hmm. So then Cosima gets the stuff, and like everybody else like kind of upset, and like they don't want her to leave because like they think that she's like one of the science people. Yeah. And they just like are gonna leave the children here, but then also like Susan had something in a file. And they give it to Cosima. Mm-hmm. So Cosima tries to like talk everybody down, saying, "I know, like I know none of this is true. Here's a picture of Westmoreland with Susan, and he looks a lot younger."
Dun dun dun!
Oh my God, he's on 170.
What? Now everything I know is a lie.
So I think the idea is because like we got the timeline. So I think like there was a guy named P.T. Westmoreland,
right? And
he was like born in like the 1800s, and then like died at some point and was presumed dead. Mm-hmm. And then this like random guy named John just like took up his identity and just said he was this. Yeah. So that's the story there, guys. Mm-hmm.
What a tale.
Yep. And so all the island people are mad, but then it seems like just let me and my sister go. And then they're like, okay. They take the stuff, and Cosima and Charlotte make it to the boathouse, and they're waiting. Mm-hmm. But Susan gets caught, and Cody kind of catches them. Mm-hmm. And the thing, so they don't poison him. And then we see Ira, and he's like got blood down. He's like super glitching a bit. And then we see Susan. You see the bag like almost empty. You're just like, oh,
you're like, oh,
she dead, isn't she?
She's dead.
She dead.
She's so dead.
Susan, R.I.P. And we see Ira just kind of laying there. We don't know if he dies, but
I mean, when you're bleeding out of both nostrils,
and we know what glitching can do.
Yeah.
So I know we don't see him die, so he might still be alive. What are your guesses, though?
I think he died.
You think he did?
I think that was that was his end. He died.
You think?
Yep, he died going out as a caster and with his with his weird mother lover.
Motherfucker.
He's his mother /lover. He's a mother. His mother lover.
Motherfucker.
His lover mother.
You don't want to say motherfucker?
Motherfucker.
Thank you. So that happens, and then Cosima, because we learned in the last episode, Cosima knows boats. Mm-hmm. So she has everything that they need to get off the island, and then Cosima and Charlotte leave. Mm-hmm. Hooray. So something good.
Yeah.
I mean, and the island burns down. We get like this really sinister look of Westmoreland at the end. Mm-hmm. And that's the end of the episode.
Oh, man. That's a lot.
I guess there is some stuff with like Rachel, but it's kind of just being told that Kira has the flu, and then Westmoreland saying like, "Where's Kira?" Because like it's like, oh, like you seem to know a lot of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, he knows everything, which is scary.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Mm-hmm. And then, but they take Kira in for like an overnight thing, and Mrs. S, like being the mama bear that she is like, there'll come a time when you need us.
Yeah.
So.
And she is definitely right.
I'm looking at this additional stuff. Scott being ghosted. It's difficult at first, but you get used to it. It was so funny, and I felt so bad.
That's really funny.
And then there's Sarah intimidating Crystal. That kind of thing. So there's kind of fun stuff. Mm-hmm. Oh, is anybody shipping Scott and Bree? Anyway, so that's fun.
Yeah,
what'd you think of this episode?
Oh man. Well, I just really love Crystal. Like, I like Crystal, like, because Crystal's antics are so ridiculous. And, like, it's fun. Like, I'm not sure if I don't, like, love her more than other characters, but, like, whenever she's on screen, I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous, but fun. So, yeah, I really like that. With the Westmoreland stuff, it was interesting to see, I don't know, because he's, like, unraveling, too, right now.
Yeah,
like,
it seems
he starts off, it didn't take long for him to go from, like, charming to, like, oh, like, kind of a scary dude.
Yeah.
He just, instead of just a really old guy, he's just a dude with a fetish. And that just makes it all the worse.
Well, I think it's like, because for a while he had everything under control, and now it's kind of like slowly, like especially like Cosima's gone, like everybody knows it. It's kind of, it's like beginning to slip away.
Yeah.
It's like that thing with like anybody, like once you see it slipping away, and like we see he's on a dialysis machine, so like clearly he's dying.
Yeah.
So like the more it slips away, like the crazier you get, I think.
Right.
So, there's that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was messed up.
Anything else you liked?
I don't know.
I'm kind of wondering how Art got away from Detective Neo.
Oh, that's a good point. Probably just his day off.
I guess, yeah, probably. That makes sense.
Just chilling with his buddies. Haven't seen Felix in a while. We haven't seen him in like 2 episodes.
Was it? No, because he's in Geneva.
Yeah,
with Adele.
I know. I want to see him have fun in Switzerland.
Well, I don't know if we're going to go to that. That might. I don't know. I'm not going to say.
Don't say. I'll find out.
Yeah.
I'll find out.
You will, eventually. Because we're almost done. We've only, 2 more episodes to record of Orphan Black, and then we're done.
That's so weird.
Do you have any predictions for near the... Like literally, the next time we record is the end game. Do you have any predictions?
Oh, man. Wow. I think that something's going to happen that's going to make me really upset. But another thing's going to happen that's going to make me happy. And I think in the end, it's going to be a bittersweet feeling. But ultimately, somebody will be happy.
Well, what I will say is that the Avatar shows up.
The Avatar shows up and fixes everyone's problems. A giant lion turtle shows up and fixes everyone's problems.
There was a tortoise in that one picture.
That's true. It was
the lion. Sign. Guys, we're all good now. The lion tortoise will save us all.
Yes, wonderful.
Yeah, so...
We solved this mystery, folks.
Yeah, so that's the end of that episode. Want to say anything else about life in general? What's going on with us?
I think we're good.
We're good?
Yeah, it's time to wrap this up, and because then we gotta prep because we are almost done this series. What's up with that? And then there's so many things coming after that, though. So stay tuned.
Yeah,
folks. We'll be talking about that more when the time comes.
Yeah. All right. So thanks for listening to this episode of First Reaction Fan Reaction. If you're listening on YouTube, thank you. Please subscribe. Hopefully, at this point we're at around 400 or close to 400. I don't know.
Woo.
And leave a comment, and we will read it on the next episode that we record, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get that chance. And also like the video, and turn on notifications if you're not getting these notifications.
Yeah.
We are on iTunes, so please find us there under Witty Clothes Productions, and rate and review and subscribe would be great. How do you tell subscriptions on iTunes, though? Or you don't?
You don't. I mean, I think there's a way, but... I haven't, but it's weird. It's weird, but like we'll figure it out later.
All right. Facebook, social media stuff, facebook.com/wittyclothes. Please go there, like us, leave a comment on our stuff. Twitter @wittyclothes. Follow, tweet at us, retweet, whatever, that stuff.
Yeah, give us a hashtag.
We're on Patreon, and guys, if you want more content from us, if you want us to do different kinds of podcasts or different videos and stuff, we need money to do this a bit more full time, so that would be lovely.
Woo.
And you can email us at wittyclothes@gmail.com. Email us questions, comments, concerns, suggestions for shows, suggestions for videos, whatever. If you like something that we do in the videos, if you don't, let us know anywhere, really.
Yeah.
And I think that's it for that.
I think that's all we got.
All right, so for First Reaction Fan Reaction, I'm Dara Whitman.
And I'm Cailin Clothier.
Peace.